Ooh, that popped off. That was not supposed to. All right, ignore that, people. Okay, there we go. We work with what we got. We work on a limited budget.
Absolutely.
It's all about the illusion to the audience of what's actually happening, and not that
just let it go. Just let it do its thing.
Yeah. Okay. Does that look weird on camera? Or are we good?
No, it looks fine.
It looks fine. Okay, we're gonna keep it then. All right. I gotta do my introduction now. Howdy and welcome to Year Y. Today we have Patty with Collegiate Challenge on as she breaks down kind of that process it looked for people here at Chapelwood to identify an issue happening in the community, what that looked like for them to put into action solving that issue. And today we have Melissa on.
Howdy.
Melissa, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. Melissa Maher. I have been on staff here at Chapelwood. Next month, it'll be 12 years.
Oh, wow.
And for the last almost 5 years, I serve as pastor of Mercy Street, one of our worship communities here at Chapelwood.
That's great. Well, Melissa, we like to ask icebreaker questions.
Yeah, what you got?
To our co-host. So, let me pull this up. I have a list, a little long of a list, that is 187 icebreaker questions.
Dang. All right.
So, I'm going to ask you to choose a number between 1 and 187.
Sweet.
And
94.
94.
She says with confidence.
I'm going to actually ask.
You're going to ask a different
chose the
question?
same number as Sarah Barnett 2 episodes again.
Oh, that's a compliment. I like to think like Sarah. How about let's do this? 53.
53. Okay. I don't think that number's been chosen yet.
That's hilarious. I was
like,
what are the odds?
We've done this twice now. I was like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
That someone chooses.
That's back to a math question for you. You don't like math questions.
Y'all can solve that. Math is not my strong suit.
All right. What did I say? 53?
53. Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Where do you grow the most? In solitude or in relationships?
Ooh. I guess it depends on how you define growth. So relationships, I'm more of an introvert, so okay. I love people. Obviously, as a pastor, that's a big part of what I get to do is hear people's stories. That's an area where I grow. I'm really restored. I'm really replenished in solitude, silence. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah,
that's great. I get that. I forget what the word is. It's like introvert and extroverted. It starts with an A.
Amphibious?
Amphibious?
No, that's something different.
That's like a frog.
Yeah.
But because I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm very extroverted. Like I love being with people. But whenever I need to like recharge, I have to separate myself and I have to have my alone time.
For sure.
So yeah. I get that. Okay, so you're the pastor of Mercy Street, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of break down what Mercy Street is and what y'all do to the audience, because maybe the people listening aren't the type of people who show up at Mercy Street on Saturday nights.
For sure.
And it's for them to kind of understand a little bit more of that's happening here at Chapelwood.
You bet. So, Mercy Street is 22 years old. It was really the first community that Chapelwood said we have services on Sunday morning. But we're feeling like God is really calling us to expand and create a new community within Chapelwood.
Yeah.
So Mercy Street was really created out of a series of conversations. And the pastor at the time, founding pastor Matt Russell, which is fun to have him back at Chapelwood.
Yes,
get to work with my good friend. And so Matt interviewed people who had left the church, and not really to recruit them to come back, but to say, where are you practicing your spirituality? Where are you finding connection with God? And in many cases, people said, either I don't really know that I am, the church has really kind of wounded me, or I feel like the church experience, for whatever reason, just didn't fit for them. But it turned out that a lot of them were practicing their connection to God in the rooms of AA or NA, any of those 12-step groups. And so even to this day, while Mercy Street, we are not a recovery church, we have about 60% of our folks who are active in working some formal 12-step program or some other pathway of recovery. But Mercy Street, we meet on Saturday nights at 5:30. And from the moment you walk in the door around 5 o'clock, 5:15, it's like walking into a family gathering, a family party. We've got cookies and coffee. And so in many regards, it would feel like just any other church experience. But everything we do on Saturday nights is really intentional about trying to create a safe space for each of us to find our connection to God and find our connection to one another. And Mercy Street, I like to say that we're a church that just happens to have a worship experience.
Yeah.
Like Saturday nights is not our primary thing. Mercy Street exists through small groups and Bible studies, children's ministry, youth group, all of that is happening. And then we get the privilege and the honor to be the community, the Church of Mercy Street at Carol Vance Prison every week, which is down in Richmond, Texas. These are men who have served any variety length of time, but they have been told by the state of Texas, you will be released within the next 2 years.
Wow.
And so we spend 9 months out of the year with these gentlemen. So a lot of the folks who come to Mercy Street, when they first get out, after they get off their ankle monitor, can come and hang with us on Saturday nights, and they end up getting to get involved in our men's group and then go back in and volunteer. So we volunteer, or we really build community at Carol Vance, at Santa Maria, which is a treatment center for women for drugs and alcohol, and then also the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center. So Mercy Street, we are really connected to these spaces where we feel like people have felt disconnected from God. They have a dislocated hope, and they want to find hope again. So I could keep talking on and on, but it's a great community. It's actually the community I joined when I was a young adult here in Houston. And so it's a real, it's just, man, what a gig to get to come back and serve here.
That's awesome. And there's probably hours worth of things to talk about with Mercy Street and all that you're doing. And so it's cool to get that kind of 3,000-foot view of what y'all are about and what y'all do. And I think it is so neat to see a community that is able to make people feel welcome no matter where they're at in life. And I think that speaks to you as the pastor there. And, I've gotten to know Steve Kaiser really well and work with him, and I love him. And just the people y'all have on staff, just that y'all are so welcoming and that you make people feel valued. And so I would say, if you go to Chapelwood, if you don't go to Chapelwood, stop in one Saturday night, go check it out. It really is a neat experience to go in and see what they're doing.
We'd love to have you.
Okay, so what we're here to talk about Collegiate Challenge.
Yeah.
And so, Patty, we have Patty on, who's going to be one of the founding members, starters of Collegiate Challenge. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that interview and hope you all enjoy. Howdy, and thanks for watching. Please leave a like and comment on this video. And if you aren't subscribed already to the Your Why channel, go ahead and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If anything during the video piques your interest, go ahead and check out the descriptions in the link below. Go and find your why, people.